Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're having
Oh,
technical problems.
yeah, my router that's be very slow, so I just reboot that.
Oh, okay. Where are you right now?
Um, I from Taiwan.
Taiwan. Wow.
Yeah,
I teach a lot of students in Taiwan.
yeah,
Have a lot.
it's a child kid.
No, adults, all professionals and academics. All of my
Academic.
academics.
I don't know how
They're
academic.
mhm. They're
Oh,
university personnel.
so they are professor. Um,
Some some of them are. Most of them are executives, master's degrees, and they have important jobs, like they're in charge of large markets in Asia and Europe.
so
So where are you? Taipei?
So I just saw your profile, right? You are a healthy service administrator,
Health services, health
health.
services administrator. Hmm. It's
S-
a hospital administrator.
So what is that job really do? Um.
Uh, it's managing hospitals,
Mhm. So you are
uh,
boss
um, yes, clinics.
clinics.
Um, uh-huh.
Okay.
So it's basically any health service organization that needs management. That's
Mhm.
uh, that's what I would do.
So
General.
you know about the a lot about a healthy word. You know that.
It depends on the fields I work in. The most are substance abuse and elder care.
Mm, okay. So, recently I know about the. Um, do you know the a website is named Your Brain on Palm?
Can you type that for me so I can see?
Okay. It's a, it's a it's a it's a website.
Oh, no, I have never heard of that. What's going on?
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Okay. I saw your profile self that you say you are a healthy service administrator. So uh, I'm interested in your job, and I read about this website from the poem video is really effective to human. It will be crash your brain. So
Uh,
so I want to uh, listen to maybe your opinion. Maybe the poem video or the fact scenes. You know anything about that?
Well, I don't know anything about it, but I'll be happy to. I'd be happy to read about it, and we can discuss it. But no, I have never heard about that.
Do you
No, I
know
mean I never. Heard,
do you know any about the no fact? The um, it's a Facebook group or Reddit.
no, tell me about it.
Okay,
Tell me about it.
okay. It no fact. Just that mean you don't know you don't touch yourself and for a long time, maybe 90 days or
Okay.
more and more, and
Okay.
they say it will be health. It will be help for your uh, social skill, and
Social skills.
yeah, you can help if you watch porn video a lot, and that will be uh, will affect about your brain, and you don't want social to friends, or you will be lazy, and
Lazy.
you feel comfortable with yourself, and you don't want to social to anybody, and uh, you feel confidence and comfortable, but you do nothing. You just watching the porn, and your brain will have a dopamine. So
Dopamine.
dopamine,
Dopamine.
dopamine. So you can maybe you can get high with yourself with porn, and you don't need
Uh huh.
anything.
Wow. That's interesting. Where did you get that from? This article right here? Your brain on porn?
Yes, yes, but my English is not very well, so I just can't.
No,
I just
it's
can't.
very good.
Thank you, thank you. And I just understand about the website. Maybe 10 or 20% on the website article, and I try to watch the YouTube video to know how about the NoFap, how to do that, and how to improve their life skill, how to improve their life, and
Um,
so I want to hear about maybe your opinion in a healthy way.
well, I won't I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I will read the article and see. From my experience with addiction, porn is no different than drugs or alcohol. It does have it does have a mind altering effect, at least on the short term. That much I know. Its long term impact compared to drugs and alcohol, that much I don't know. So hopefully, I'll be glad to read this article and we can discuss it. We can set up a time and discuss it. What do you think?
Okay, okay. So so
How long is the article?
this is very I okay. Well, I'll try to how long start here. Okay, this one. This is uh the start from the evolution has no prepare your brain for today's poem. So that's it. The article says if you watch porn more and more, and you get addiction on porn,
Uh huh.
and so you say it's just like a drug and alcohol to crush your brain, right?
Well, it will release dopamine, so it's going to give you a sense of ecstasy. From my understanding, now I'm not an expert on it, but
Mm,
from what I understand, it's going to give you a sense of relief, but it's temporary and short lived. And so I don't know what the long term implications. Uh, as where drugs and alcohol, they have long lasting negative effect because it affects not only your mood, but it also affects your organs, your body.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a long lasting effect past the way you feel, because ultimately your body will start to deteriorate as a
Mm-hmm.
result of drug and alcohol use. That I don't know about porn, so I need to find that out.
Okay, so
That's
the dopamine, dopamine,
dop-
dopamine,
dopamine.
dopamine. Okay, so the dopamine is good for health or not?
Well, like everything in our bodies, dopamine is a naturally produced hormone, and it serves a purpose. The body would produce levels of it according to your needs. Too much of it is going to give you a high. It's going to make you excited. Too little of it is going to make you depressed, and it's going to crash you. One of the biggest problems with drugs and alcohol is that it blocks your body's ability to produce dopamine. So what and that's one of the ways how addiction takes place, because in order for you eventually to just feel normal, you have to use more and more drugs. The problem is in alcohol, the problem with that is that the more and more you use, the more and more damage you're doing to your organs. So eventually you're going to have a very painful death as a
Yeah,
result of using drugs.
yeah,
On the other hand, I am not sure what the correlation of the production of dopamine and exposure to porn is, uh, because there is no other than the visual, and this I'm speaking from my understanding. So, other than your exposure to the vision, there's no intake of chemicals, foreign chemicals into your body. So, I am not sure how that plays out. But I'm going to read the article and I'll be glad to discuss with you what I understand from it.
yeah. Thank you. So, can we eat food to improve dopamine to my body, or do something to increase the dopamine?
Oh, yes. Well, the best way to increase dopamine rather than, of course, a healthy diet, and by, remember, I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
So I'm just speaking to you as casually
Okay.
about the subject that affects us all. But I exercise a lot, and one of the best ways to get your dopamine going is to get moving.
Mm,
Now, of course, to get moving, you need to have a healthy diet. Low sugar, low fat, and lots of fruits and vegetables.
yes.
Uh, Stay away from processed food. That's one of the worst.
Uh,
Carbs.
stay away
Carbs are
from what?
processed food.
Carbs food.
Processed
Oh, processed
food.
food. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and
yeah,
carbs.
yeah. Okay, okay, I know that.
Yeah, those, those are really bad because what they'll do is they'll give you a sugar rush and they'll increase your levels of dopamine, but then they'll drop. And that's how a lot of people get depressed. However, if you exercise, at least if you do some kind of aerobic, you familiar with this word? Aerobic
Aerobic.
exercise.
Okay,
Uh huh.
aerobic exercise. Yes.
Yeah, 30 minutes a day. That'll increase your levels of dopamine.
Oh.
And I know that. So I try to do that before I start working, and it always elevates my mood.
Mm, okay.
And if I go too many days without moving,
Mm,
then I start to get depressed.
okay. Yeah. So, from I from last year, October, I start to quit sugar from my life, and from until now, I don't eat too much. I don't eat sugars or processed food, and I do the aerobic exercise, maybe from March this year, and now I try to do the no fat to my life and to my life. I want to try to do what happened. What happened was I want to try to do the healthy way to improve my healthy. So
Now, you know the best thing to do before you try to do anything on your own is to consult a dietitian.
dietitian,
You know,
I don't know.
uh huh. Yeah, you shouldn't change anything drastically in your diet without the supervision. A dietitian is actually a doctor,
Okay,
and he or she is going to do a series of exams to make sure that you're not how you call it undernourished or malnourished, or that you don't have any kind of deficiency on certain nutrients, and they're going to put together your diet accordingly. Because what happens a lot of times, I see in my field, is people take on diets without truly understanding the condition in which their body's in, and they end up doing harm to themselves, because rather than have taken something out, they should have put something else in. Does it make sense? And then on top of that, they start exercising, and next thing they're sick. So if you're going to make any drastic changes to your diet, see a dietitian first.
okay.
I strongly recommend,
But
because they'll run all of the exams that you need for you to know where you are. Because you look very healthy just by looking at you, but you never know.
mm-hmm.
I mean, you may have some kind of vitamin deficiency, so
Yes.
it's always good to consult with a
Yeah.
doctor.
In Taiwan, we don't have diet dietitian
Dietitian,
dietitian
dietitian.
dietitian.
Are you sure?
Um.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, I maybe we have doctor, but in Taiwan, doctor always not really know about the nutritions. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's why in America we have dietitians, because
yeah,
doctors generally don't know much about it. You know.
yes. But a dietitian in Taiwan is not really popular in Taiwan. It's not a popular job in Taiwan, so there is no much more dietitian. So we can do. So I
Well, well, one of the things is because your culture eats very healthy to start with, right?
Yes. So
You-
I learn English and just want to learn more about the article about health to my life. So
okay,
eh,
so I tell you, why don't you, you go to my page and you can set up a time, and if you give me, I don't know, give me until uh, today's what, Sunday? I can have it ready by Tuesday. I can have the article read by Tuesday, and then we can discuss it. And
okay,
then I can get some more information,
okay,
check with some more, and then we can discuss. Because right now, you see, you're the one in a position of knowledge, and I'm discussing from a position of ignorance because I don't really know the article. So I'm just basing my responses on my life experiences, which is not the best way to have a discussion of that uh,
okay,
as deep as you want.
okay.
Now, where did you learn English so well? Did you go to cram school?
No, I learn English by myself, and I use app and use YouTube video to learn English. Last year I speak English is very not very fluent, and
Uh huh.
until now, I think I my English is get more and more and good.
No, it's very good. I mean, your comprehension is good. Your ability to communicate is good. So, of course, we just start working on the little details. We can always improve. I mean, I can improve. We can all improve, but you can communicate. If you were to come to the United States, you wouldn't have any problems.
Thank you.
I I mean, you're already talking about medical, academic journal subject, so that's very good.
Yes, yeah, I like about a healthy article or so I know the word about the healthy, but if we talk about finance or sport,
Uh huh.
yeah, I don't really know much more that word.
So what is your profession then?
I am a system engineer. I fix the PC, the network, the computers.
Oh, how
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
Uh, for which company? The big TM. What is the name of the biggest company you have there? The wind turbine.
Japan.
Uh,
Uh,
the wind turbine
I don't.
was the largest. Is the largest company in Taiwan. Is the TM?
TMC?
Yeah. Do you work?
No,
Do,
I'm not working that. I'm working on maybe a small company in Taichung, and Taichung is a city in the central of the city, central of the Taiwan.
I know, and you got hit by a pretty bad storm a couple of days ago, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The did you get some flooding?
Flooding?
2 or 3 days. Yeah, it's like the tropical storm that came through
I don't.
Taichung.
I don't understand what
Let,
you.
let, let me tropical storm.
Tropical storm.
Two.
It's a
Yeah,
typhoon.
yeah. Were you not flooded?
Oh, yes.
I I I
Yes.
have a student in Taichung and he couldn't go to work because
Uh,
of the rain.
yes. And no, the Taichung is we are not flooded. Flooded. But Tainan, the south of Taiwan, they
Uh huh.
flooded and very not not a very good. Not really good. It's very bad.
Yeah, because the storm came from the south, right,
Yes.
and moved north through the mountains.
Yes.
Uh, uh, I read Taipei Times.
So you
I read Taipei Times.
you go to
Go
Taipei.
ahead. No, I teach my students like I teach you.
Oh, Taipei Times. It's a it's a newspaper.
I did
Okay.
with what's going on in
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan. I have 15 students from.
Wow, 15.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So
They're
you
all.
really know. So you really know about Taiwan news, Taiwan
No,
scenes. Not
I'm
very
learning.
much.
No,
I
I'm
oh.
learning. My students teach me, but I try to, because out of respect, since my students are
Mm,
Taiwanese, I try to
mm,
understand their
mm,
their lives and their day to day, how
mm.
how things are there, and it
Mm.
makes easier for me to teach them English too.
Okay.
Which most of them know English probably better than I do, because they're highly educated, but they don't speak. They
Yeah.
understand they
Yeah.
understand English probably better than I do, but they
Yeah.
cannot communicate. But
Yes. Yeah.
you communicate very well.
Thank you. But last year, I, I, I am same with them. I cannot communicate. I
Are
cannot
you also
speak.
are you also a programmer?
No, I, I fix system. but I
But you
can.
don't do any programs?
Yes, I don't. I can't. But I'm trying
Yeah,
to learn it.
but everything in computers is really in English, right? Even the networking part of it, isn't it?
Yes, I have to read about any the article from maybe the net about a network or about the system. This everything is English. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if China, uh, but we can search in Chinese, but the article maybe is fewer than English. So
So
so I have to learn English. And but last year I can read the English article, but I cannot speak.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so now it looks like you've been getting you're getting over that hump, right? Do you know what this means? Getting over the hump?
Getting up the home? No.
I'm gonna teach you then. Need a notebook to take notes when you learn new things. So you know when some
Oh,
so you know what a learning curve is?
yes.
Well, getting over the hump. The hump is the top of the curve, right? So
Yeah.
when you're the learning curve's steep going, right? So getting over
Yes.
the hump.
Yeah.
So
I try to do that, and
well,
I think okay.
how long have you been a Cambly student?
Um, 1 week time, 1 week one time, and for maybe this from February from March until now. So just maybe 6 7 months.
Oh, good. So is it helping you?
Yeah, it's really helped me. I really like Cambly. This is really good tool for me.
Good. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna, after this session, I'm gonna send you my information, and
Okay,
uh, and if you need help, I'm gonna go ahead and look up. I wrote down the article.
okay,
Your brain on porn, and
yes,
then if you want, you can just go to my calendar and just
okay,
choose a time, and then when I log in, we can discuss it. We can talk
okay,
about it.
okay. Thank you.
All right, because so
Time
you
is
go by
well.
Mac. You go by Max.
Okay, yes, my name is Max
My Edson.
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 Okay, Edison. Okay,
It's nice to meet you, my friend.
bye bye.
Bye bye. I'm gonna send you a message right now. Okay.